My research with the town of Cheraw and the Cheraw Fire Department is fascinating history. That town was incorporated in 1820 mainly because of its great prosperity, corn, cotton, tobacco. Prior to the Civil War, I found out that Cheraw boasted that they had the largest bank in South Carolina other than one in Charleston. Who knew? Prosperity, though, did not stop fires. That town burned, rebuilt, burned again, rebuilt. Families and businesses were put to ruin over time. The story of the fire department begins around 1830. In 1835, there was a destructive fire in December of that year and burned more than half of the stores in the downtown area. Citizen volunteers organized after a fire brigade was discovered that they could be of some help, and a hook and ladder company was organized in 1868. The Cheraw Fire Engine Company was chartered in 1871, and I found that in 1884 the population of Cheraw was around 1,000. They didn't have any water system, but they did have 4 deep wells from which to gather their water. The fire fiend plagued the town. In 1897, manufacturing mills were destroyed. In 1900, a large grain gin house burned. Farmers suffered greatly from that loss. In 1905, a destructive fire burned many large stores. And in 1909, a large lumber plant, which we're told was the largest in the country at the time, and it furnished lumber for the Union Station in Washington, D.C. It burned to the ground. In 1912, the city passed an ordinance requiring permits for any construction, which was a good move. In October 1914, a tragic accident occurred which killed a 27-year-old barber, Reese C. Hoff. He saw a fire as he was locking up his store for the evening across the street in a hardware store. He ran down the street to the volunteer fire department and began to ring the fire bell. Unfortunately, the fire bell came loose from its tower and fell and crushed him to death. His tombstone reads, "Killed by the falling of the fire bell." In 1916, they bought their first American LaFrance fire truck, motorized, and the newspaper said the truck is a beauty. I found a great story dated 1942. They had a problem with spectators getting in the way of the fire apparatus responding to calls and following the truck. So they used a decoy fire truck to go to the other end of town while the newest fire truck went to a fire. You know, the fire department produced some significant leaders over the years. You know, Chief Robert Stewart, former chief of SLED, was on the fire department. Donnie Baker, John L. Melton, and today Marvin Murray. There are some truly neat stories out of the town of Cheraw. Check out our website. Stay safe out there and keep our legacy alive.